and still, it's like I'm the last of the real. It's like I'm the last of the.
No, but you see what Central C is doing. He went to America and he's collaborating with like US artists instead of UK.
That's what I would do if I was an artist.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of the collaborations that he's been with, and it's not. I don't know half of them.
Yeah, I like overseas collaborations. Excites me though. I like seeing UK artists working with American artists,
Especially when it's done right.
Yeah.
But then Drake brought him in as well with OVO.
Yeah.
Cruger, man, how's it going? How are you?
Yeah, good man. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me. It's good to be here.
Last time I saw this guy was before the pandemic. I think it was.
Yeah. Because we were actually going out on quite a few nights, like right before it hit, innit? Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was like weekends back to back. We were out in Shoreditch. Then the next weekend it was like lockdown.
I love Shoreditch, man. I love going to Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Shoreditch is such a good place to party. Sorry, I've been away, people. I'm back from Kruger. What have you been doing since then? Like, as in, like, how you been keeping yourself busy during the pandemic? Like, has it made you more productive?
Yeah, I think, well, it has me. To be honest, I loved it. Like, obviously, like, it's a global pandemic. There's a lot of tragedies and stuff. But coming from a purely selfish person, reason, like, I actually enjoyed, like, staying home, banging out bare computer games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, work. I was able to work from home, so it was blessed. When it slowed down, that was cool because I had more time to do personal projects. And, like, I used the time to really get on the music. Started writing new tracks. Writing, like, you know what I mean? Started this show, the YouTube channel Sounds Like, with some friends. And yeah, I've been quite productive really, but obviously it's different for everyone.
Do you know what's great? I don't think I've told you this. Do you know what I did? When the pandemic hit, I didn't have a console.
Yeah.
The minute it hit, I bought a PlayStation.
Yeah.
As soon as it hit, I bought a play. I was like, how am I going to keep busy? I'm going to go crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I went on Amazon. First month, it was sold out.
Really?
I was like, everyone got the same idea, man. Everyone got the same idea.
PlayStation 5.
4. It was 4. And I was so late as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. Because I went to my friend's house and he was playing it. I'm like, wow, man, what am I going to do?
2020 was the year of gaming for me. I just played so much games. But I got all the old consoles as well.
Yeah.
I got the SNES, the PlayStation 2, N64.
Are you still playing them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
I went through all my old games. I went through all the old PlayStation 2 games. Did all the old GTAs.
Are they expensive now?
No. Not really, no.
They're not?
I guess some of them might be. But
because last time I saw those, like, was at like Comic Con 2-3 years ago. You know when they have like a store where you can still purchase like old games.
Yeah, I
like
think
from
there
the
are some
Nintendo
games
64
like
type.
some rare games or whatever that charge better, but you can get like ones from like Cash Converter and shit. It's just cheap. But I've had them for time. They're not the original ones that I bought, like that I had when I was a kid, but I rebought them in like a car boot sale like years ago, and then I've just kept onto the consoles, and every now and again I'll revisit them. But I love the retro games, like that's kind of it's big.
I miss Pokemon Fire Red on Game Boy Advance SP.
Yes.
Oh my god, and Emerald.
Yeah. I was just with what was the original 3? Red, blue, and red, blue, and green.
What was
it was
After that or before that?
the first 3 that came
was it
out.
Ruby? No, that was.
It was red.
Wait.
Yeah.
It was red, blue, and yellow because it was Squirtle,
Game Boy.
Charmander, and Bulbasaur. So it was like green, red, and then later on they brought out yellow.
Red and, you're right. Red and blue, Ruby, Sapphire.
Yeah.
Dungeon. Oh, Fire Red and Leaf Green, Red and Blue, and this one, Mystery Dungeons.
Yeah.
This one here. This one.
Yeah. I only played the original ones. I didn't play these new
Did you
ones.
play that one?
I only played the original ones on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
The ones when that came out in the fucking, was it the 90s?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
You
Mad.
didn't do like leaf green or
Huh?
leaf green and fire red and all that.
I didn't do the later ones, no. That was the only one I did, does that Pokemon. But I loved it. I rinsed it, I played it bare.
I still have them. I still have
Yeah.
I still have the Game Boy.
Yeah.
You mean that song?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, the PS2 as well gave that away.
Yeah.
Some bangers on there.
Yeah.
Crazy games. Did you ever play True Crime?
Yeah, I had True Crime, yeah.
Oh my god.
Streets of LA.
That was like GTA but for kids.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, revisiting the GTA games, San Andreas, I had such a good time. I still think that's one of the greatest
I
games
played
of
on
all time.
PC. That was that was like PC game, yeah, with all the cheat codes. And I remember you had that book you used to get from like HMV, you know, the gaming stores, and they used to tell you all the tips and tricks.
Yeah.
I think Woolworths used to sell that as well.
Yeah, cheat books and all
Yeah, all of that. They don't do that stuff anymore. You gotta figure shit out for yourself now.
It's so crazy. Cheat books.
Mad.
Yeah, there wasn't really like an internet thing, innit? You just had to like buy magazines and
yeah.
And you remember the demos you get on the magazines?
Yeah. Sometimes they used to hand out demos in like little slip discs.
Yeah.
I remember even like the Spider-Man 3 game. I was so upset because the first Spider-Man game you were able to only stay up in the sky.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed to go on like the sidewalks and all the until when the third one came out. That's when you were like able to
the
explore.
new Spider-Man was actually sick. The one that came on PlayStation.
I want to play the latest one.
Yeah, I haven't played the latest one.
Miles
Morales.
Yeah.
I played the one that was before that on the PS4. That was sick.
Yeah.
Graphics amazing. Yeah.
I haven't played the one before that though. Just the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I forgot the
one on
name.
the PlayStation. I know.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I was just about to say the Spider-Man on the cover. It's like Spider-Man on every cover.
But how old are you?
25. I just turned 25.
Okay, happy birthday.
I appreciate it, man. 20th of June.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Happy birthday,
yeah.
man.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, halfway through 30, like almost to 30, man.
Mate, I'm 32.
You look hella young, bro. You look young.
Yeah.
You actually look young, man.
Oh yeah, well, I've always looked young. Like, so when I was younger, I even looked younger than
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I've always been said I got a baby face and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Man, I've always seen you as like one of the most, I don't say underrated, but you're one of the sickest MCs. Like proper sick.
Thanks, man.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, I was actually looking at some old videos and I saw your rap battle with Conceited. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Demolished.
That's definitely one of my proudest moments, I think. That was,
Do you know what it is? After every line, after every punchline, there was a smile on your face because you knew it was gonna bang. You know them ones. You know, sometimes you see artists on stage and you think they're smiling because they're having a fun time. They know that this is a banger.
Yeah.
They know this is sick.
Oh, the crowd reaction was amazing for that.
Yeah,
battle,
yeah.
man. But I didn't know how it was gonna go down until I started rapping or like when I got on stage. So I was so nervous beforehand. Like,
Do you think it's kind of like, because he's American, right? So do you feel like, obviously, because all of the supporters there, well, I'm assuming were British, right?
well, yeah, it was in England, but
Yeah.
definitely, mostly, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was that Ministry of Sound. But yeah, no, the crowd were fucking sick. They because I think it was like my first battle in like a while, and like in that time before I battled, and then since that battle, Don't Flop had like blown up so much, so it grew a lot. So it was my first time like performing in front of like a big crowd at Don't Flop, like the biggest crowd one of the biggest crowds we've had. So that was an amazing feeling, like to come from. Like, I did a lot of battles early on in the early Don't Flop days, and it was like, you know, all smaller crowds. So coming back after like a year out, I did like a couple battles internationally as well. It was my first one doing it back home, so it was just like an amazing feeling. And then to battle Conceited, who was like, you know, he's like one of the most viewed battle rappers, and just like I'm a big fan of him as myself, so it was like an honor to battle him.
Yeah.
And then now he's gone on to be like, he's on Wild and Out on MTV all the time. He became a meme.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's on MTV all and he became a meme. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
the thing about him, like his reaction.
Yeah.
He always gets used as GIFs, like GIF images. So it's pretty crazy. Cool. That's a cool claim that I got to battle him.
Was it hard to get him?
Yeah, like we would have been talks of getting him for years, like because as soon as we saw him, we were like instantly fans, and we would like talk about getting him over. So we were planning on getting him out for years. So it just happened to happen then. But I think we got him at the perfect time where, if we left it a little bit later, he might have just not done it because he would have. You know what I mean, his money might have went up, or he might have just not done. Do you know what I mean? So we got him at the right time, and I don't think he did that many battles after that anyway. So I don't know.
Is it because you destroyed him?
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, that was a good one. I'm well happy with.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's golden. What's your writing process like?
Boy, I just like for writing for battles. This is why I don't battle anymore, because I find it too stressful. Like,
Let's say Concede as an example.
Yeah.
So it's mad because you have to write for every round.
yeah. I think I had like a couple months or something like that, so it was like a long time to prep.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so but just like as soon as you accept it, you're just like so worried about
That's actually
getting enough material. But I brainstorm, like, so I just think, oh, what am I going to diss them on? Like, what are the angles I'm going to take? Like, what can I make bars out of? And then that's basically how I do it, just brainstorm, and then I'm just trying to think of like, you know, like just what words come out, what like references, how can I reference it to something, and then it's just like
you fully analysed and studied it, like wow.
That's just how modern battling works, like.
Yeah, because I'm curious, right? Because I mean, like, even if I was about to battle someone, it's like, how on earth am I gonna? Right, you got like such a big crowd, and you're thinking to yourself, man, like the adrenaline, the heat, and you're on stage, and the lighting, and the too many people around you, like you're circulating with so many, even on stage, like you're not just alone, like you're with other people as well. Yeah,
and you doubt your bars, you doubt yourself.
That's what, you got more than a couple of months to prep, right?
Yeah.
So you must have definitely been overthinking.
Yeah, you overthink, and then you've already got the bars, and then you're like running over them, and they've lost all the impact. You're like not even sure of them yourself. It's so hard to look at it from an outside. You got to show it to like your rap friends and that as well, just to like get some feedback or make sure. But it's hard to really tell, and you never really tell, and it's always like the bars that you didn't really think were all that might like go off, like get a huge reaction, and then bars that you really like didn't get a reaction, so it can throw you off completely. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of people choke in battles, is because they'll write something like expecting a crowd reaction, they don't get it, and then it throws them off, and then they're like, their pause are like, do you know what I mean, frozen. Or like the other way, it could like, they could react loads, and it actually knocks you off like your thought process.
Well, let's say just before, like, okay, cool, you've got your bars now, but just before, let's say the night before, like a week before, you're like, okay, this is it. These are the lines I'm gonna go with. Yeah. Like, how sure are you? Like, you're like, I know this is gonna bang. But even with like any track, right, when you're writing music, how do you know, like, as an artist, that this is gonna bang?
To be honest, the way I've always looked at it is, I write shit for myself that I would like I'm a fan of myself, so I'm writing shit for me first and foremost. So if I like it and I think it's sick, that's what really matters to me. And then it's just like, sometimes I don't know how it's gonna go down, or I do doubt myself, or I doubt like, is it just me that rates? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it a niche thing? Is it just me? But that's always the rule of thumb I use, is I'm just trying to like write shit to impress myself, or like I like, and you know, like influenced from things that I'm into, and artists that I like. I take bits, like, just, do you know what I mean? Not like biting, like, but just like you subconsciously, you like are influenced by all the people that you like, you're into. So all of that stuff is going to go into your writing, and like what you can't, what everyone's got different tastes and different opinions. So I can only write to my taste of what I like. But I've always just been about like, I don't know, I've just been obsessed with rap from a young age, and like especially battle rap, like punchlines, that kind of like rhyming, like even before I was doing battles and all that kind of stuff, I like that kind of music where it's just like, you know, braggadocious, like rapper, like I've just like been obsessed with that kind of hip hop kind of lyricism. So that's basically kind of like the route that led me down, like still music that I make today.
There's so much weight on the lines that you delivered as well. It's just so heavy, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. No, it's just
mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
I just learned a lot as well, man. I soaked up like shit from I'm like been around a long time. So when I started going to I used to go to like open mics and that when I was like 16, and like seeing all these like rappers and like going in cyphers outside, and like it was a completely different scene back then. Like the UK hip hop scene. There was obviously loads of other scenes going on. But like that shit like really kind of shaped me, and like I learned a lot, and I learned like, because I would see these ciphers and I would see like the way that people rap in a cipher, how like loud they project their voice, and how like they move their arms, and how they're dominating, and like how, do you know what I mean? Like, and so I took all these bits of things, and even when I started battling, I didn't even apply any of that because I was so nervous, and I was like, you just don't really know. But then as you grow as an artist, you grow as a rapper, you get more confident in yourself, and all those things that you learned from people you've watched, it all just comes into shapes into what you like are as a performer.
The grime scene was so heavy back then. Yeah. So before Don't Flop, was there like, I know Lord of the Mics was always like there, but was there anything? Was there anything similar to Lord of the Mics that you were part of? You know, when you just like, you've got like a certain amount of time just to spit.
Yeah, no, I never really been in any grime clashes, to be honest. Like maybe things here and there, like grime ciphers and that. But I was really like, I was actually into the grime scene, like even before hip hop, like when I was really young, when I was 12, 13. Because I used to listen to Dizzy Rascal and Wiley on like radio and like Deja Vu and stuff. And that's the shit that made me want to like start writing lyrics and like spit and stuff. So I was like, I was always into the garage scene before it was called grime. Do you know what I mean? And so there was loads of scenes going on. Obviously, the Channel U, you were learning artists, and then like so like, there was lots going on, but I wasn't really a part of like I don't know. We did some grime clashes and Don't Flop, but I don't remember going to any like. I was more in the UK hip hop scene. It was like different kind of scene to the grime scene. But I was always a fan of the grime scene, and like I loved seeing its progression and like how it changed, and like it blow up and then it will die down and it will blow up again and then it will die down. And it's just like, but yeah, I'm a big grime fan.
Was the idea for you to always like, you co-founded it, but was the idea for you just to have control over it or stay in charge, but also rap at the same time? Or were you kind of like conflicted? Were you like, okay, I'm gonna work on it, but should I join the rap battle scene as well? Yeah, at the same time, or were you? I
definitely.
What was the initial decision then?
When we started it, I think it literally was just a case of being at the right place at the right time and having like the right passion that I did, and like, I was obsessed with rap and battles and all this kind of stuff. So the main reason we started it is because we wanted to battle ourselves. Like it was purely like us as artists, young artists, wanting to battle because there's no other battles going on. So like it really was just us doing our own battles, like filming them on the street with friends that we knew and other people that and it just grew. Like it just like we did it for years, and then it like grew and blew up to a level that I never imagined. And I didn't think about all this shit when I started. Started when I was 19, and I didn't really like
it was just in your blood to actually just
it was a hobby. Like I've been doing this kind of shit, not like battle specifically, but I've been involved in the UK hip hop scene, going to like shows, going to like, do you know what I mean, writing, making music. So like it was just like, it was always my hobby. It was always something I've been doing since I was 16. And so that Don't Flop was just like a new kind of thing that we were doing. It was like, and it's mad because even when we started, like YouTube was such a different thing. So we kind of came on that whole like YouTube wave of like all these suddenly YouTubers becoming a thing. Do you know what I mean? Influencers.
It's like when JRM will start coming up as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we started in like 2008. Like, so it's crazy. It's just I saw the whole like it changed in the time we were in it, and it just like I think all of that stuff and the rise of social media and all like played a part into like it just blowing up and becoming massive. And but we were doing it for years before it made like a really like big. Like I thought it was big when we were doing it in like 2010 and stuff. But then when we like had 2011 and 12, there was a few stars that came through, like Lunacy. We had like a battle that went viral with Blizzard and Mark Grist because it was like the teacher versus student battle.
I remember that one.
That was the first video that we went and got like really viral because it went on all these kind of BuzzFeed and all these other sites were reposting it, and then the views were just going up and up. I ended up doing like an interview for Channel 4 News. It was just like crazy times.
Was he actually a teacher?
He's an actual teacher, but he wasn't his teacher.
Yeah. Because when I was watching it back then, I always thought to myself, imagine you go into school, and like you're like, wait, I just saw you yesterday rap battling. Yeah. You're like, what, teaching me maths or English? Yeah.
I think there are other teachers as well, like that battle in America. Like there's a rapper called Real Deal, big like popular battle rapper, and he's still teaching and still a teacher. So like, I think he tries to keep it secret, but like the students clock onto it and shit. But that would be so. Imagine your teacher being a rap battler.
Man, I don't think I'll be able to get my head right. Man, like it was a teacher. It was rap battling. Do you know how mad that is? Come to school next day, yo.
I do remember like sort of like battles on the playground and shit like that as well. Like it was different. Like, it was so like. Do you remember that kind of shit happening? Like,
yeah. I remember my brother used to be into that kind of stuff as well. Rap battling, It was a big man. Because the first thing it's a skank if I wipe my nose on this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, what do you mean?
No, because like, it's been because no, do you get what I mean? Because it's been in his room, you didn't know where it's been. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
You'd rather have like
tissue, bro. It's calm.
All right, allow me. Because the first rap battle I watched before Don't Flop was Flip Top. the Filipino
Oh,
one.
really? You watched that one first?
That was the first. That's how I discovered it.
Really?
I was in ICT, right? And then so when you're on ICT, you just fucking you're playing helicopter game. You're just like fucking around.
The helicopter game, bro. That was all I did in ICT.
Guys in the corner. Thought I mentioned their names just in case, but whatever. They were crowding around a computer.
Yeah.
And they all had headphones in. They were like sharing. I don't know what was going on, but I saw on the YouTube screen there was just a guy had people like crowded around him, and he was just spitting. I'm like, what is going on there?
Yeah.
So I listened to it. I'm like, I went home, binge watched every episode.
Yeah. Flip Top's got the most views out of any battle.
And then from there,
any country.
Yeah. Does it?
It's the most viewed battles in any country. Yeah. I think maybe Russia might have beat it now. But when I was around, it was definitely the biggest. But I know that Russia's very big now. Like, it gets stupid views. There's like leagues in every country. It's crazy. Because from there, I was like, oh man, this is probably like the best like rap battle thing I've seen on YouTube. And then my brother turned around to me, and he knew that there were others. He was like, try Don't Flop. Yeah.
And from there, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know when you go down the flipping wormhole of YouTube and you just find like more and more rap battles, yeah. I think and then the first video I watched was with Shotty Horror.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who his opponent was.
That's Arsenal?
Maybe.
I think that's our most viewed Don't Flop battle.
I think, is he an American guy? Arsenal? No. Yeah.
American
Maybe, yeah. I think it might have been that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our most viewed battle. That was an incredible battle as well. That was a real moment. Yeah.
Man, it's just like the adrenaline, and it's like, oh man, I don't know. Would you ever do it?
Rap battle?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I'd go to watch, but I wouldn't participate, man.
If you let's see if you had the chance to do it, would you?
If there's a cash prize.
Alright, cool, cool. Alright, cool, cash prize.
Yeah.
Were there any cash prizes?
Yeah, there were some tournaments we did and stuff like that. But mainly it wasn't. Mainly it was just 2 battles set up.
What was the most?
We just do an event with I can't even remember off the top of my head, to be honest. But there's tournaments going on right now in America and Canada, like a lot of money. But I can't remember the exact figures.
But was it just so when there was a competition with the cash prize, was it just cash, or was there like anything else, like maybe like a label deal or?
Nothing that we did.
Yeah.
Nothing that we did at Don't Flop. I think it was mainly we might get a trophy or something like that.
To be fair, the awareness was like enough.
Yeah.
Like if you were good, you were very, very known.
Yeah,
like,
there's been some mad tournaments and stuff throughout history though. Like before how we kind of got into Don't Flop is we were all fans of Jump Off. Do you know Jump Off?
Jump Off.
They basically did like they were basically doing battles like before us. They would do like live events as well, like booty shaking contests and all.
It doesn't ring a bell. Let me search it.
They like
He had booty shaking. I
gotta search this now.
Yeah, but they've been doing events for like years, like since the early in the 90s and the 2000s and stuff. So they were going on before. They did this big event called the World Rap Championships. And they just did like I think it was I can't remember how much it was, maybe 50 grand or something like that. They basically did like leagues. They did like a competition all around the world. They had like an Australian division and a Canadian division and and that's kind of like that happened in 2007. We were like into that, and then they didn't do anything in 2008, and that's kind of like why we started doing Don't Flop.
Is it Spin the Mic?
Yeah.
The Jump Off, yeah. Looking at it now. What? Twerk contest?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've never seen this.
But you know Professor Green, he basically, he used to battle on Jump Off. Like before he blew up and became famous, he was like the reigning champ at Jump Off.
I don't know.
He was probably one of the first people I saw battling on, like, apart from like maybe like 8 Mile and Jin and like random things. Probably the first UK person I saw battling, Professor Green on Jump Off. He's sick. You should watch it. Like, search him up. He like rinses guys. But that was a huge influence.
Was this before he blew up?
Yeah. This is before. This is like 2004, something like that. Probably.
Is that how he got discovered?
Yeah. 2003 maybe, like all early 2000s, and then he was doing that for years, and this is like these are all the sort of battle times that happened before we'd started Don't Flop and all that kind of stuff. But those are the stuff that we were watching and we were into.
Yeah. Mad. I'm on the twerk contest. 7 million views, you know.
Yeah, spin that screen now.
That's always gonna get views, isn't it?
Show me if the cameras go off here. It's funny. Like, people are actually standing and watching this.
I used to go to these events all the time.
That is crazy. What?
Yeah.
Just going to work on.
Imagine the night before. Oh my god, I'm so nervous for tomorrow. I'm gonna shake my ass.
That was what's so mad about Jump Off though. It was different. They do booty shaking contest, and they'll have like a DJ battle. They'd have like a MC battle, but then they'd have like all these different types of mad, like they'd have like a food eating contest. They just do all this wild shit.
What? And they have to shake off at the same time. They don't even get to take in turns.
I don't know the rules. I think there's different.
That is nuts. But yeah, anyways, what? So this channel is just all divers, just booty shaking and just rap battling, and I didn't really get to see the other channel, but like what other
all kinds of shit. Like these events that they used to do. This was like not even them as a YouTube channel. This is like way before they was like an events company. Do you know what I mean? Like, When they basically they were doing like DJ battles, like beat maker battles, like producer battles. They do like food eating contests and like all kinds of shit. They were doing some like really wild shit. But I definitely attribute them as like a big influence as to us starting Don't Flop, because that was the kind of battle shit that kind of like they started doing like street battles basically. And I remember them putting it on the website because this was before YouTube. There wasn't a YouTube, so like they used to put battles on their website, and you download the battles like a little file and watch them that way. But they started doing street battles, and that was like how I came into the whole like street battle. That kind of led to years later, but like I started Don't Flop because we were influenced by doing that kind of shit, that scene, and drawing from those people who were in that scene, like battling.
Mad.
Yeah. There's always something that comes before, and there's always something that comes after.
Yeah. I was just gonna say something about.
It was so different though, and it wasn't like writtens weren't a thing back. Like it was like frowned upon to like write battles or prepare. So it was like you have to freestyle. So and a lot of people still think that now, but that was what was a changing point. And when we started Don't Flop, is like along with all these other countries. Leagues that were happening in other countries that were doing it as well. We started doing battles where like you know about your opponent in advance and you actually prepare verses for them. So it was like that was what kind of intrigued me to get into the scene, because I've been like a bit too scared to get into like the freestyle battles for years, because I was like I didn't rate myself as much as a freestyler, but I knew if I was writing I could be sick. So that was like a big like a push for me to kind of get involved.
Well, involvement wise, what was like the process like to actually be part of it? Like, was there like I don't want to say audition stage?
We do.
Was it free to anyone?
Yeah, we do try it. At the start, it was literally anyone.
Yeah.
And then since when we got to quite a big, when we had like a big roster of people, we start doing tryout events. So we just set up events with all newcomers, and then they have their first battle, and like. You know, so if they're really bad, we wouldn't upload them. But there was a lot of really bad battles.
Really?
But
did you have to turn
especially as we got bigger, because there was so many new entries, and it got exposed to so many a new audience, and there was so much more people wanting to enter. But and
capacity venues had to
it was like
you have to find new places to.
Yeah, but then you've got to keep doing it because you're trying to look for that new star. You're trying to find that new person that's going to really come through and shine through. And we had like thousands of rappers, man, like so many. But I think like at that stage where we blew up, where I was talking about the Mark Chris Blizzard battle, like that went viral. That like really like exposed it to like so many new people seeing it. So then when we did the tryouts, we had so many like good rappers entering, and they're like people that called it like the 2012 killer crop. That's what they called it, because all the battlers that started battling in 2012 were like just like a really good roster of MCs. So like I think that was when it got big. A lot of new rappers that came in became like really like we had like a really good solid roster. And then after that, it was like every year there'd be like a new crop of MCs that would enter, and you know, some years were better than others.
Did you have to turn anybody away? Like, so let's say if someone who was like, obviously not mention names, but let's say if there was someone who was actually part of the battle, but he wasn't great, did you like turn to him and be like, you can't?
No, I mean they kind of do it themselves, to be honest. Like if they'll choke,
they'll know that they can't do it.
There's no like we'll let them like they'll. No, it's just like I don't know. Yeah, there's so many people wanting to battle as well. Like so, not everyone might get that opportunity. But then there's always like there's people setting up their own little battle leagues and stuff. So there's always somewhere like that people can battle if they want to. And but yeah, no, we were pretty open, like especially with the tryout events. We just basically started like another league, which we called like the training days kind of league. So that was kind of like a place where rappers can kind of go and grow. But yeah, there were some really bad people, but they probably, if they did really bad, they didn't want to come back or something. I don't know. Because I've watched so many awkward like chokes, just like where they're frozen, the whole crowd are just like, it's just the most awkward thing. But I almost got numb to it because I've seen it happen so much. Like it's just, it's and now I even experienced it like in one of my battles, like forgetting my rhymes and then completely freezing. And it's such a horrible feeling. That's what made me like never want to do it again. So like I would always put so much time into like prep, just running through my bars, making sure that I've got them.
But you memorize it like as if it's like a song. Yeah, that's how you memorize it.
Yeah, it's like, different though because like you only get one chance to perform it.
That's what I'm saying. And it's quite difficult to pick yourself back up if you do choke because you're hearing boos, cameras are on you, and there are so many people. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Your mind is doing mental gymnastics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like an out of body experience. When you're actually battling because you're saying your stuff and then there's reactions and you're thinking about so much and you're getting like this adrenaline and buzz from performing. It's like it's an amazing feeling. Like I do actually miss that aspect of it. Yeah, but I didn't like the whole preparing for battles and the pressure and the like. I don't know. I put too much pressure on myself. I didn't enjoy the leading up to the battle. It made me too nervous. Like, it just weren't for me. Yeah, I mean, I was happy that I did a lot of battles I did, and I'm proud of them. But people always ask me about coming back, and the more time I've taken off, the more I just kind of more comfortable with like, no, I'm cool. Like, I've had my time. I'm tired.
Will you ever come back?
I always say this though, never say never, because like, but right now I wouldn't. I don't feel like it. If I felt like it later, maybe, but. It's not that I don't like rate myself. I still think I'm sick, but I'm not out in the battle kind of mind. I'm not like
you still believe
I can't
that
imagine writing a battle like. I'm more like into like writing tracks and writing like things. I don't know. I'm always going to be a rapper. Always going to be a writer. Yeah. The battle thing doesn't appeal to me anymore, and I feel like I've had so many like good battles. I've left a good little legacy. I don't really feel like a need to come back, but I do miss the performing aspect. And like like for the fans and stuff like that, I would love to do it just because for that reason. I kind of miss it, but yeah.
You either die a hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
What was that?
The Dark Knight, you know that quote?
Okay, die a hero or what?
Live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah. It was like what Skepta did, right? He's quitting. He's dropping one more EP.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. He did work on an EP. I think like 4 or 5 tracks.
Yeah, I saw that.
What? That's gonna be his last.
That's it. Last ever.
I don't know if I believe it though.
And then
4 or 5 tracks.
And do you know what? I think Lish said this to me. He's like, I mean, he doesn't need to do any more because he already made an album titled Greatest Hits. You see what I mean? And then when you deep it, it's just like, wow, wait, he actually doesn't need to.
That was before a lot of his greatest hits as well.
That's what I'm saying. Before he actually, I mean, he did blow up back then, right?
He's had waves. I mean, his strongest wave was definitely after Greatest Hits. It was like the Konnichiwa and all that kind of shit.
See, he thought ahead.
Shut down. All that shit. Like when he went America, he broke America. He went on a different scale. Like now he's just doing like mad like adverts and shit for like
Diesel and
he's all the way up. But with that, like I'm a huge Skepta fan. I feel like he's got like so much, like he's always been sick, to be honest. I can't really say he's got better, but like every verse that he does is just fire. Like recently he doesn't miss. Like do you know what I always think though is when Jay-Z said that Black album was going to be his last album.
Jay-Z's retired.
I'm gonna tell him what we spoke about, what you told me. I think you said this to me. I'm not sure if it was you.
Yeah.
Haven't you realized that every time Nas drops something, Jay-Z drops something?
Yeah.
Was you said it? Do you know what? I've clocked it as well.
Yeah.
There's like this worry that Nas might just be better than Jay-Z just by an extra mile. You're just like, alright, cool, I'm coming back. I'm gonna drop something.
Yeah. Even the release dates of when they're dropping it is like weird.
Yeah, it's
Like,
close.
You think that it has to be like some like not accidental.
Mad. But
Yeah, no, because Jay-Z said he was going to do that last album. I kind of take it I take every time someone says something like that with a pinch of salt. I think, all right, you're going to take a few years off.
come on, man, you feel good at it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's like, come on, like if you quit,
it's Skepta.
Yeah, Skepta's quitting music. What?
Yeah.
Because at the same time, if he's sitting at home watching all these other artists come out with bangers, he's gonna be like, do you know what? It's tempting to go back into the studio.
Maybe he just does want to take like a few years off, and maybe he really thinks that he is retiring, but then in a few years he'll get the itch again or something like that.
I reckon.
Because that's what happened with Jay-Z, or sometimes I've used that as like a promotional thing, like saying it's the last or so. I don't know. I don't think Skepta's doing that. I think it's he probably does think that he's like stopping.
Yeah.
But I've just heard it too many times, man. And same thing with like battle rappers. They always say that they're retiring, but then they'll come back and do a battle. But I've actually said. I've never said. I never say never, innit?
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
I've actually the person that's actually stuck to it. Like, I've seen a lot of people say that this is my last battle, but then they'll do another battle like a year or a couple of years later.
Another crazy thing that Lish told me as well, which I didn't even realize. Like, obviously I knew the grime, like Back Row G.
Yeah.
He's made a track with Lethal B and JME.
JME, yeah.
Okay, and then what's the other? He's made one with DWE.
Yeah.
And then he was like, think about it, there might be a track sitting somewhere on a hard drive with Skepta and Back Row G. If he has collaborated with all these other grime like A-listers. Think about it.
He's killing it at the moment.
I reckon he might have a track with Skepta. What?
Yeah.
And you don't know when that's coming out. But I know.
I always think about that, like the amount of tracks that never come out.
Think about even
people like
back when MySpace was about.
Yeah. And like all these studio sessions, even studio sessions that have like lost tracks.
Yeah.
The hard drive deleted. But like, and then you hear like all these stories about like Dr. Dre like making like these albums and just like making bare tracks and only releasing some of them, and they're just leaving these like tracks and not even like to go back in time, and there are probably some like golden records that never came out. Like.
Even Eminem.
Yeah.
You know when the first Slim Shady EP came out?
Yeah.
And man, she's got unreleased tracks.
Yeah.
That are more violent and more gritty than the ones that are currently out.
Yeah.
What? I expect Steve.
I always think I've heard every Eminem verse, like especially the older ones, like not the new ones, but like the old Eminem verses. I feel like I've heard every one, but then every now and again, the one will come out that I've like not heard, and I'm like, oh fuck, like they just keep coming.
Yeah.
But like that's one of my biggest influences, like the early Eminem, like
very
crazy.
I still hear it today in other artists.
The lyrical style, like, that's kind of like. That was a big influence for sure.
I still hear it in other styles. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people might not see this, but in J. Cole's latest album, I kind of hear it.
Yeah,
I hear it. I hear it. Some a bit of Eminem. I do. And every album that he drops, he always like bigs him up.
Yeah. He said, what do you say about what's the boy says again? Like getting
I've got more M's than like a Slim Shady
video.
Yeah,
that was dope. Yeah, no, J. Cole's the guy though, man. He's probably one of the best at the moment, in my opinion.
He's a good storyteller.
I keep hearing about Kendrick coming back, but it just hasn't happened yet.
I reckon he will come back. Yeah, he's definitely coming back.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
I know. It's just a matter of when, isn't it?
I think he's doing what.
I've been hearing rumbles. Like he's been out for years. Like that Damn came out in like 2017, I think.
Imagine. You see how Nas and Jay-Z are keeping an eye on each other?
Yeah.
Who's Kendrick keeping an eye on? Is he waiting for an artist to drop something before he drops? No. I'm
That's why he's gonna come out.
I'm dragging it. I'm pushing it now.
That's why he's gonna come out now, because J. Cole's dropped his thing. That's why he's gonna drop his thing now. Because they have been talking about him coming back, but I just haven't seen it yet.
If he comes back this year, it'll be like December. I see.
Yeah.
No summer album, 100%.
No, man. It's going to be the most anticipated album. Kendrick. 100. What?
It's most anticipated for me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Certified Lover Boy.
No, same as me. Like every Drake album bangs. Every Drake album bangs. You don't miss, to be honest. Obviously, some are stronger than others, but every album has bangers on it. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to seeing what Certified Lover Boy's saying.
I see Drake following Dave. Is following the same route as what Drake is doing. You know how he teases two tracks here and there? Dave did that too.
Yeah, Dave's definitely like got some shit coming out soon. Like Them tracks he dropped recently are hard as well. Vibranium and
doing up ASMR here.
with the chewing.
Yeah, with the tune, I'm doing ASMR.
Bro, Dave is one of the best as well, man. Lyricism, crazy.
Is he our Drake?
Nah.
Who is our Drake?
I don't think our Drake has been discovered yet.
Yeah, I don't think we got a Drake.
You don't think so?
No.
Bold statement. What?
Who would it be? No one.
Who's
Who's the UK's? Who's the
Look,
UK's
I'm thinking
Drake?
it's like it's got to be a singer kind of guy.
Oh, he's the whole package, isn't he? He's got the
Yeah,
singing,
singing
he's got
and
the
rapping,
rapping, he's
yeah.
got the instrumentals, the collaborations, and
Nath Smalls and
Skepta. No.
I would.
Can Dave? Have I heard Dave sing?
yeah, he does
he
because
does
remember he was
sing.
on that song. The whole reason the Drake Dave thing happened was Drake jumped on Dave's tune. Like no, was it Wanna Know?
Yeah.
That was the big thing that kind of like blew Dave up.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I heard Dave, was that time when Drake did the track with him. And then I went back and checked all this shit and I was like, this guy's hard. But he's been doing like bars videos and shit since he was like young and like 15 and shit. I went back and watched them all now and I was like, he's always been sick.
Someone showed me that. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. The track that the guy called. What's this guy's name? We had a shoot with him, and he played Dave's first track.
You had a shoot.
We did with Monts. We were in the car with him.
We was in the car with someone.
Yeah, in your car.
Once.
No. We went to the Monts shoot and we met that guy, the security guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah. Oh, I forgot his name. Shit, man. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Sorry, Paul.
And he played one of Dave's first track about his brother getting sentenced and that whole the crime situation that happened in what happened in Victoria? No clue. Can't remember what happened, but yeah, he just that was pretty deep.
That was his black experience.
Was that his first ever track? Before he
It got him recognized.
yeah. And then he came out with that freestyle with the cleaning out my closet instrumental.
Is that? I don't remember that.
Let me see it. Cleaning out my closet. Yeah, this one. Wow. Street Stars TV. Have you seen this?
Street Stars TV, treating man, you know it.
Oh yeah, I have seen this actually.
Brother got me thinking it's like 5 p.m. and I'm drinking. I might use my mind where I'm thinking. There's no iPod, but I'm sinking. It's like calm down, you're not listening.
Levels.
That's crazy. How'd you come up with that, bro? When you're writing, how like what's the bro? I've tried to write before. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard. It's difficult. It's not easy writing, man. What's your writing process like?
It's hard, man. Like I go through like big like writer's block, drought. Like Like, thing is, like I'm always like doing something creative. Like I've just. When I was like younger, a young rapper, like I was so on it. I was just writing bars constantly. Like always had verses, always had tracks I was working on.
Switch the mic that way.
Yeah,
Bring it that way.
yeah. Always had tracks I was working on, and then I just and then like I did the balancing, and then I was like, I would go through like years or whatever, just not writing any new raps or whatever. And then I would find it so hard to like, I'd want to, but I just don't know what to rap about, or I'd lose my identity. I'd lose like the things that I used to rap about. I don't really want to rap about now. I don't really know what I want to rhyme about. So you're kind of like, I was in like some kind of like identity crisis or something. Like, I didn't know what my thing was. I didn't know like what to rap about or how to write. So I find it hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
I only like every now and again I'll get like a burst of inspiration. I'll be like, I'm back on it, and I'll write. But recently I've just been getting back on it, like just been enjoying it. because I just do like weird concept raps. But even now, like writing, like, I've been doing like loads of different concept kind of tracks.
Yeah.
Like even writing just like a standard rap for me now is quite hard. I don't really know like what to say or what to talk about, so I found it kind of hard, like especially if like because I was a few people that I want to do tracks with as well, where I just need to like lay a verse, and I've found it so hard to write a verse for it. But when I've got like these like little weird ideas where I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do an emoji rap, or I'm gonna do a rap about the Simpsons thing I did.
That was a sick one, man.
Yeah,
that was that's crazy.
Because it's got a concept. Like I find it easier to write that stuff because it's like I've actually got an idea and I'm executing it, and I can just concentrate on that and just like play around with it and find like, you know what I mean, it's got a topic. But so when I get like weird ideas like that, that's what I've just been doing. So I've just been doing like mad like weird concept tracks. But also because there's no like I'm not really pressured to. There's no rush with it. I'm just doing it like it is a hobby for me. It is like fun. And I still put a lot of work into it, and I don't mind like if it takes a long time for it to come out, then it will take a long time. A new thing I'm working on at the moment is like a cartoon rap where I'm just like referencing bad cartoon characters, but I've like been writing it for so long, but I just know the video is going to take so long to do, but when I don't do it, it's going to be worth it.
Are you prioritizing TikTok right now because it's popping off? Because if you continue doing stuff like that,
definitely. No, I do want to, because it was weird, because that's where that video really popped off, was TikTok. It popped off on Twitter and TikTok the most. The Simpsons rap, but I couldn't, because like I just set up a TikTok and like it was getting no views. I was like, I don't really understand, because I put out a couple of tracks and I was like, I don't really understand, how do you get views? Like they say it was a tag in, I don't really understand. But I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. Like I'll put them out.
I prioritize a lot of work. And even the creators, people who made it, still don't understand the algorithm. And it's a lot faster and more efficient than Instagram and YouTube, let's say, and Twitter.
And then but basically that one just went off, and then now I've got loads of TikTok followers, loads of like that. So now I'm definitely going to do more content that's catered to that TikTok crowd.
Yeah, it's mad.
And I find like people inspiring like Munya and stuff like that, who like constantly putting out tracks like referencing everything that's happening in the news and just like parodying, but doing them like a good quality. So every time I see that stuff, I find it inspiring. Like I want to get to that level where I am putting out content all the time, rap content. But the way that I am right now, I do shit so slowly because I just put a lot of time into the concepts that I have.
You can't rush art though.
Yeah, you can't. But I do want to. A part of me is always like, oh, I want to do more. I want to be more active. But then I'm like, I've got a job, I've got a personal life, I've got all these other things.
Yeah, that's like me.
So it's just hard to like, and then like there's like I got back into like drawing in lockdown, like doing art and stuff, and I enjoyed that so much. But I haven't done it since. But I've been doing music, and I find it hard to. I've got all these things that I want to do, but I just can't do them all at the same time. So I just like, it's just kind of like what gets to its time. But I'll get around to all of it at one day. But I would like to put out more content regularly. It's kind of why I bought a mic, so I can start recording shit from home. Just like, but yeah, man. Right now I'm just working on this cartoon track. Then when that's done. I've got a few other ideas, but they take a while. But I think that's what makes them special as well. But I do kind of want to like get on it and do like
No, I mean like
get on this TikTok hype of like content, just like releasing boom 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 boom.
It's weird because at first TikTok, I was doubting it when I first heard about it. I was doubting it. Yeah, because I thought, this is a rip off of Vine. And then over time. It was like the next big thing.
I never understood. It always just feels like I'm just like, maybe I'm too old for it or something. Like it always just feels like the new generation.
No, but people who are on TikTok are obviously like so many different age groups. And then obviously you can even put things like, I've come across things that I've watched from like 10, 15 years ago that people have put on TikTok, right? Like nostalgic videos, right? So I'm saying if you create an account, not just with your new content, right? But if you put up your, let's say, old content from like the flop maybe.
I was planning to do that as well. I'm going to go through my battles and like,
people with like 1,000 followers have gotten like 1 million views overnight on like one video. Like
I've got so many old tracks as well that I want to re-put out on TikTok as well, because like I don't think anyone really knew about them at the time. So there's like, man, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more TikTok shit. But the 1 minute kills me as well, because it's got to be 1 minute long.
Wasn't it 30 seconds at first? They extended it. I think they're going to extend it now.
Too addictive.
Bro, that infinite scrolling.
That's what makes it different as well. Like it has to be.
That infinite scrolling is the devil. It is the devil. Infinite scrolling.
delete it.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
dangerous.
You know, Hashim showed me that he sets a timer for the Instagram app now.
Yeah, I do that.
He sets a limit of when
It's a pretty good idea.
it is, and it's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know. I look at screens all day, every day.
but it's my job, so I
Yeah.
can't get away
That's
from
what. Yeah, I always have that excuse as well. I'm always like, oh boy, it's my work.
it. Yeah,
I don't see it as a problem personally. Not for me. I think it's a problem.
Certain people
World.
can
Yeah,
get sucked
yeah. I don't see it as a problem with me, but I definitely think it is a problem. Like
I've
socially.
become immune, man. I feel like, you know how people say things like, "Oh, I see things on social media and I get affected by it." I've become so immune to it. I'm just like,
But then what about all the good things about social media? Do you know what I mean? People are quick
Yeah,
to talk about all the bad
yeah.
things. You know what I mean? Like,
when I see bad things,
it's
I don't
shaped
mean
my
like,
whole career, but like also I just like we look at it, we get influenced, we
Yeah,
get like
yeah.
inspired, we see like it's a way of connecting to all our friends. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of like, you know, worldwide connection going on between everyone, and like I see content there that inspires me. Do you know what I mean? So like.
Yeah.
And like it's entertainment at the end of the day, and like there's so many different pockets of it, and I can see how like why it gets a lot of bad rep as well, and everyone's addicted to it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But I mean, obviously, like I kind of see it as sometimes like it's bad, but it's got bad, but it's good as well. It's like everything. Do you know what I mean?
mad.
Yeah.
What inspires you right now to even write or create, or who's like?
I don't.
I don't mean like into idolizing anyone. but
Yeah,
who's-
no. I'm trying to think what like artists and stuff that like I really kind of. Because I just like listening to all kinds of different music, but I don't think it's like a direct like it probably inspires me. It all inspires me, but I don't think it's like a direct like inspiration.
But you're a quick writer, right?
yeah,
Let's say if like there's, I don't know, on the train, bus, whatever.
Yeah.
You're like you're
Yeah.
writing.
yeah.
But like, let's say Munya Chihuahua as an example.
Yeah.
Like his turnaround time.
He's an influence. for
He's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely inspired by his work.
As soon as something drops,
Yeah, like literally the
something in the
next day.
news, he's there. But he's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. He's just so.
And
he's
the
just,
punch,
he's,
it
he's,
hits.
he's very consistent with it, and
Yeah.
he's just always on it. You know, if there's something happens, he's gonna have a video about it the next day. Yeah.
It's like he almost knows what's gonna happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how? It's like, does he have? Do you know what it is? Yeah, I've thought about this too. Is it like cool? A lot of people now dislike Matt Hancock,
Yeah.
right? But even from before, people have disliked him.
Yeah.
So is it that he writes stuff about Matt Hancock, and then when the time actually comes where he does something controversial, does he like look at the material and be like, "Cool, I'm going to use that line." This is more a question for him.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But this is how I
I don't
thought
think
about it.
so. I think he.
Or do
just
you think it's
literally-
all from like this is?
I
this
think
is,
something happens in the news.
Yeah.
Boom, he's free that evening.
Yeah.
He's working all night.
Yeah.
Like making sure that he's got something on that like topic for the next day. I think that's basically how he does
Do
it.
you reckon? Yeah.
And that's kind of like that's inspiring because I'd love to do some shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to just be like,
Crazy.
because I think that's a trick as well with like the shit going viral as well as doing something that's on topic. When it's like hot news, it just like it pops way more. Whereas my things are kind of random or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think definitely doing like some topic relevant stuff. Like people were saying I should do like raps about what's happening on Love Island and all this kind of shit. But to me, I don't really watch Love Island, so it's not really interesting to me.
I mean,
But I could get that why it would pop.
that would definitely pop. Trying to work my way up. That's different. That's new.
I was talking to someone yesterday and I was like, fam, we need to do something with Love Island.
Yeah.
That's the thing right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been watching it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I just I just haven't watched the new season, but I'm just so in my own little world. I've just got my own little things that I'm into and watching. I just don't really like.
Obviously, I won't
I'm
talk
not
about
really
it too much. Like,
Yeah.
but it's just addictive, isn't it? Love Island. This is what happened. This is what happened. Yeah. So it was at uni. That's when it started. My friend was like, "Please, man, just give it a chance. Give it a chance. Just watch
Yeah.
it." I was like, "Watch one episode." I'm like, "This is shit." But obviously, it ends with the cliffhanger. So the next night, you're like,
you get caught into.
"I wonder
the-
what happens next." And I was let me go back to ITV to my laps.
You were there, bro, just chilling, waiting for it to come.
Yeah, like wait, I'm kind of buzzing to know what would happen next. Like I'm there, like
I probably will get sucked into this Love Island, to be honest. Yeah, I've watched a few other seasons
It's
before.
do you know what it is? It's the twist and turns. At first, you're like, this is mind numbing.
Yeah, I've watched bare reality TV shows, and you do get
Yeah.
into it. You get like into like the story,
then
and you want to
some-
know what happens and shit. Yeah,
And there's some big twist just comes in. You're like, oh my.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like the Mandem's game this year is poor, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, if you watch it, you're gonna be like, wow, they
Yeah.
were really locked up for a year.
Oh my
They
God.
didn't talk to no one.
Yeah.
because it's all just so. But yeah, man.
That's interesting.
They brought a guy who's never been in a relationship and who's never really he's got commitment issues. And he has never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think this. I don't know, man. I really want to know what the casting is like. Like, who are they looking for? Like, specifically, like, what is the process? Like,
Looks, bro.
no, it's not. It's I get it is looks, but it's like
They probably want characters and shit as well.
they're
don't they,
looking.
for
They're
TV.
looking for like crazy stories or things that they've been through. Like some.
Yeah. Fuck, 1,000 men in one.
Yeah, that kind of and right, and someone who's really loyal, and they put them with someone who's not loyal. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, just to fuck shit up in the island. What a mad world we live in. Flipping heck. Flipping heck.
That Love Island's back. It's getting back to normal.
Yeah, but we got. It's mad how things have been so boring, but now we got like what Euros and Love Island like
Yeah.
together. And I was like, whoa, this is too much for me, man. Come on, let's go back. Take.
It's this year as well. You know?
Huh?
It's the Olympics this year. I believe it.
Is it?
I think so. That's.
Winter Olympics.
Let's ask good.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I don't really understand what's going to happen for the rest of this year. Like,
Yeah, it's just- yeah.
what is this new normal going to be?
23rd of July. This year.
Yeah, it's like right after the Euros, bro.
When can we go to clubs and go to festivals and all this kind of shit again?
Never.
That's what I want to know.
So annoying.
Kruger, where's the first place you're going when things open up?
I haven't even thought about that, you know. Boy. I don't. I just want to go like somewhere where all my mates are. To be honest,
Shoreditch.
It'll probably be Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Give me a call, man. I'm there.
Yeah, 100.
Shoreditch is the place to go.
Yeah.
All my boys, they don't leave and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
I miss out on a lot.
But Shoreditch, there's something about Shoreditch. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
The vibe, the people.
yeah. No, it's gonna be a great feeling. But I'm looking. I want to go to a festival. I miss festivals.
I'm gonna go see.
Even going to like gigs and shit, man. Like just live performances. I miss that. Definitely want to see.
I'm
some
an avid
concerts.
concert. Like I love him.
Yeah.
He really wants to go see Drake.
I've never seen Drake, bro. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
Never
I've seen him.
Embarrassing.
You've seen him live?
Yeah, it was sick.
Where?
It's at the O2.
Oh, you're one of the lucky ones who got the tickets. Was it
Yeah,
the
it was in-
Assassination Nation tour? Is that what's called?
It was in like 2017, I think. It was a while back. It was when
2017, was it that long ago?
that's when I
When
saw
the
him.
02, 03 shit. That was it that tour?
Oh, Boy Meets World.
That's it, Boy Meets World tour.
yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I missed it still.
Yeah.
God damn.
I saw Travis Scott live.
Oh, I'd love to see Travis Scott live.
Fucking mad.
Oh my days.
This guy is. I saw
Where did you
him.
see him?
O2 Arena. One day in London.
Did he have all of the? Was this when he dropped
Astroworld.
Astro World? So did he have like all the kind of mad like? Because like you know
Everything was
visuals.
there.
It's
Everything.
that psychedelic kind of visual shit. Like
All
crazy.
of that was
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
16th of July,
Yeah.
right? It was the day I graduated.
I really wanted to go see him during that tour, man.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
That would have went off, man.
you know when something was so good, you had to you have to stay quiet for a bit just to
Yeah.
remember this.
Travis Scott is someone you'd want to see live just because his bangers. Are just
16th of
ring
July
Yeah.
was the day I graduated, and was the same day I saw Travis Scott. So I went to the graduation. I was more excited for Travis Scott than the
Yeah,
graduation.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, come on, give me a certificate. Come on. And my dad was like, come on, drive back. We're done.
Mm.
Man, it was like this is how good it was, yeah. And I've never seen this happen before in my life.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe, but it happens a lot. He's such a good performer, and it was so live, and the energy was like,
Mm.
it was just so up there. People who were in the seating area jumped over just to be on the standing. And security couldn't even
That's
get. That was
crazy.
it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Once you're in that big crowd, you're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
You're done. You take it off your shirt. Done.
It was that guy.
It was that.
That's some mosh pit music, man.
He's such, whether you like him or not, he's a performer.
Yeah.
Like he's got so much energy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you like getting out in the mosh pits?
Yeah, I love him.
Like getting
I
like deep, like
love
get deep
them.
into it, yeah.
I
When they
love
make
them.
a big circle and then just go wild.
I'm the guy making the circle.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm the guy as well. I'm the guy as well who pushes people. I'm like,
you're that dick, yeah.
get back. You know, you run around in a circle, like get back. You no.
Yeah. It's mad when certain tunes come on as well. Like you can just like glide through the crowd with just hypeness. Like when it's like there's not a track on, you're like all squirming between people and you can't really move, and like some people just ain't letting you through or whatever. And then a tune comes on, everyone moves a little bit. Suddenly you got energy, just like burst through, like get to anywhere you need to in the crowd.
So one thing I don't understand about crowds as well, you know, when the artist comes on and everyone just like moving to the front of the stage, I'm like, bro, he's right, bro. He's not gonna come any closer. You do know that. Like, I don't understand. Mad. No, crazy. I love concerts. Man. I miss them so much.
No, definitely.
They're the
I love that.
best.
I love just going fucking crazy.
Same.
Wilding out to a tune. Just like the whole crowd, like I like that whole like.
And then you're looking at Travis, you're like, wow, he's actually living and breathing. He's right here, flipping neck. He's like, he ain't no image on the internet. He's actually a real person.
It reminds me, you get out of breath, you need to chill for a second. You're like, you're still getting pushed around. You're like, oh, okay, I need to worm my way out of it.
Oh my god!
No, I live for that shit, bro. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. Best concert you've been to?
It's the best concert. Oasis, I saw like with my dad on it was on their last tour. We didn't know it at the time, but they split up afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm always glad that I got that one in just before they split up. You know what I mean? I'm a big Oasis fan. But then obviously there's like so many big artists like Drake that I seen that was sick.
Have you?
So many festivals I've been to, and then there's all the ones at the festival like Missy Elliott, Best of All.
Someone else said that to me as well, Missy Elliott.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
I think there's so many that I'm not remembering as well, because I'm just thinking about all the festival performances as well. But just from I've seen some sick Skepta performances actually. Skepta always goes off.
Are you going Wireless?
No.
Do you want to know something? Yeah, between me and you, I've never been to a festival in my life.
How was it?
I've been to hundreds of concerts, never to a festival.
Yeah.
And then every time I say things like, when I look at the lineup for Reading and Leeds, and people are like, "No, man, they're just GCSE students. You don't want to go there." And it's like, I've missed the opportunity now, because after the thing is, they're all kids. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's not though. It's like
I know it's mixed. It's not just kids. I mean, but like, you know,
there's so many different types of festivals as well. But all festivals are live, to be honest.
I've only been to 3 concerts in my life, and they were all whack. Well, they weren't
Really?
whack.
What was the worst one?
I went to an Usher concert when I was.
I would love to go to an Usher concert. Yeah.
Oh, that must be sick.
You know, ages ago, that boy band, Blue.
Yeah. Blue.
I went to one of their concerts, bro. They're the 3 concerts I've been to. I need to go to a hype thing.
Yeah.
To, like, really get the energy.
Yeah.
Festival as well. I've never been to.
Have you
Festivals are sick, man.
Have you heard of Suicide Boys?
Yeah.
I've seen them live.
Oh, is it? I bet that went off.
Underworld in Camden.
Yeah, that sounds like the perfect place for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my! Do you know what? This thing needs to hurry up. That's it. I need to go. I need to go to a concert.
COVID, innit? It's long.
It needs to stop now, man. It needs to stop. Suicide Boys went off.
Yeah.
It went off.
Yeah. That's some mosh pit music.
And do you know how heavy their music? Oh, phenomenal. The lyrics, the instrumentals, and
yeah.
I love it when an artist produces and mixes and masters his own music and writes his own lyrics, and it's just fresh, you know, like
We got Russ.
yeah, just fresh, you know, just like, I don't know, I'm trying to say an example of like a chef, you know, and they do everything from scratch. Every single bit of detail they all do it themselves.
Yeah, that makes their style more original, because it's just like it's more unique to them. Yeah.
Like Suicide Boys,
Yeah.
all like instrumentals. They have their own label. They own
sound.
everything is just, you can't compare it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't compare. Go compare. Did you see the situation this week or last week with Matt Hancock?
Yeah. Of course, I'm here for it.
Do you think it's deep that he got exposed? Think about it. Was it karma?
I don't have any sympathy for people like that. Like, I find it entertainment. I'm just like, ha.
He was vibing with
and
him,
also,
man.
yeah,
he was wow. these politicians are on a madness.
Yeah.
But
And also, it's like he's cheating on his wife at the end of the day, so that should never be like celebrated. Like,
yeah, of course. But didn't the same happen with Bojo? Like he had an affair, no?
Who's Bojan?
Boris Johnson.
I was thinking, who's Bojo as well?
Yeah, man.
Boris Johnson,
shot
yeah.
for yeah. I
Bojo.
heard in the news as well. He had an affair.
Yeah, I think he did, because I remember. Yeah, I had the same thing. But I'm so like I'm not really into the politics thing at all. But when I hear shit like
Me
that going
neither,
on,
but
I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm here for all that shit.
All the wrong shit.
Yeah.
I can be so naive
I
sometimes,
just want the
man.
scandalous shit. Yeah, no, same.
I can be so naive sometimes, and I think all they do is sit down and write new policies, and they're always
Yeah.
chatting. No, man, this guy, the way he was grabbing her, the way he was like, opening the door, making sure that nobody's gonna come in. What?
Yeah.
What?
I can't follow it, man. Politics, man. It's too messy. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
just,
man. Yeah.
Like,
There was a time when I was always reading the news, and now I just don't.
yeah.
I sometimes depends on what the topic is.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
I'm more
man.
interested in the news now, I'd say. Like, growing up, never cared about the news. As a kid, obviously, but then obviously as a teenager and all that, a young 20, I never cared about the news. I still kind of feel a little bit like that, but I'm more interested in it now. Like, I'll see what's going on in the world. But,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I just think I've always been a bit skeptical about it all anyway.
It's too depressing for me.
Yeah. It's always
It's
negative.
so depressing,
news.
man.
It's
Yeah,
always
man.
negative.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
Especially like recently with the whole. I don't want to get too political, but you know, the
no.
Palestinian and the
Yeah.
Israeli. Oh,
Yeah.
it was just too much, man.
Yeah.
And even the videos on social media too, and
Yeah. It's tragic though, but I mean, certain things are important to raise awareness.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
I'm here for that.
The crazy thing actually as well, I found out the rapper Mike Righteous,
Yeah,
he had his video taken down from BBC.
because you said about
Yeah.
Palestine, free
Yeah.
Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
Was that one extra or Tim Westwood? One extra.
I
innit?
don't know.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing about that as well. Yeah,
Flipping heck.
yeah. I think I saw Low Key tweeting about it. Low Key's always hot. on
Yeah,
that stuff.
that's how I found out. That's through him.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge Low Key fan as well. Like,
Yeah.
Especially like early on, like, I was like, he was a big influence on me.
Mm-mm.
I remember like literally I got his CD because I remember it so vividly because it was when I was doing my GCSEs and someone like during the bit between you doing your like like in the bit before you about to enter the new hall or whatever, someone gave me his CD then and it was like a burnt CD, Key to the Game Volume 1.
Yeah.
And that was when I first got his CD, and I remember it was during my GCSEs when I got it, and I rinsed that CD, and I was like such a big fan of it.
Did you listen to that Alphabet Assassin track?
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
I can't think of any other artist who's actually done that. I feel like maybe.
No, there's been a few people that have done the alphabet thing.
Yeah.
There's like an American one. Yeah. There's like the
Crazy.
alphabet aerobics.
Is that what they call it?
No, that was what I think that's one of the first examples of like an American guy doing it, like an American group. I've forgotten their name, but the track's called Alphabet Aerobics. But I remember also there was Fire Life Cypher did an ABC track. That was quite sick. That was probably the first time I heard the concept being done. And then there was Papoose who did one. Yeah. And Papooses one was his one was the most kind of impressive in a way because he didn't every single word was the letter, so it wasn't he didn't use any like ands or ver or did it. Do you know what I mean? It was all like so then it would change to the next letter. And but yeah, so but everyone like Low Keys was amazing because it was very lyrical and like to his style.
I love that.
Papooses one was like very individual because he literally didn't use any other letters. I mean, it was literally just like constant.
I wish Low Key did that, yeah, because even when it came to let's say.
But then I think I mean, like, there's like it's
yeah,
like, I think it's still impressive to do alliteration and have like the little words in between.
Yeah.
But that's what just made Papooses one a bit different, I think. And then he did the backwards one as well. Like he went backwards. And I think Low Key did a remix where he got like loads of people like the Alphabet Assassins remix. I think they went backwards on that. And then,
yeah, because I know in his version it was like, okay, let's say the letter, I don't know, M. He did use other words.
Yeah,
beginning with not with the letter M, but like I was hoping maybe he could have.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Mac Lethal as well?
No.
He's like a rapper. He's got big on YouTube. He's like really good at like doing super fast raps. He done an alphabet thing. It's crazy, bro. You should put it on. It's crazy. Mac Lethal alphabet, but his one is like, you know, like I'm a big fan of like fast rap when people can do like, especially when they can make sense. Like this guy. I'm
all about technicality.
Yeah. I always love Twister.
Same.
Busta Rhymes.
The way
there's such an art to it, man.
Yeah.
And you know who's sick at it as well at the moment? He's killing his Ocean Wisdom. He's the skippiest kind of.
That's another guy I've seen live.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal.
His flow is incrable.
Because I keep mentioning Lish because of Lish.
I think it's so hard to do. People that are like brush it off like, oh, it's just saying they're actually making sense. They're like saying lyrics, and like, I think it's such a like slept on skill to be honest. Like that type of rapping. I've always been a huge fan.
I keep mentioning Lish, but Lish was the one. I remember I found out about Ocean Wisdom the week before I saw him live.
Yeah.
He was like, check this guy out, I'm like, cool. And then I saw on Google that
so
he was
what,
performing.
So you saw him and he was like, I'm going to see him straight away.
Yeah, I saw him straight away. I was like, fuck it.
That's sick.
I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had to see it for myself.
He's incredible.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Mac?
Mac Lethal, yeah. M-A-C, and then
Mac
Lethal.
yeah.
And then Alphabet or ABC or something.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, man, technical. I love it, man. The way being acrobatic with your words, punchlines, the way you bend words. Oh, mate.
They don't get enough appreciation, I don't think.
Amazing tongue
Tech 9 is amazing.
Is it this the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a few different ones, but to do that one.
Specs, let's hear it. And let's hear this.
Zebra.
Oh, yeah. That's how Loki ended it.
Yeah. Zebra's always going to come out for Zed. There isn't that many Zed words.
Because what was his last line? He was like, how many letters left?
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. When he got to like T and S and shit, like, it's just like yeah, man. Literally feels like someone's pressing like fast forward on the voice.
Do you know I revisited recently as well? Which is a bit different. System of a Down.
Yeah, sick.
And they've got some tongue twisters.
Yeah.
The crazy band.
Yeah, definitely.
But they've always said that they were gonna. For 10 years, they've been saying that they're gonna come back, but they haven't.
Yeah.
No, man. Yeah.
Tongue twisters.
They're crazy.
Yeah. Twister. It's obviously.
Yeah. But you know, we'll say with like Eminem as well. Like he didn't rap like this before.
No, he's kind of brought it on later.
Yeah,
with the rap god and all that shit, and he's taken it to another level as well.
Why is it? What do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like maybe in some of his earlier,
he wants to be a bit experimental.
Yeah, maybe it just excites him at this stage.
Yeah.
He's got like kind of more into the technicalities of the rapping aspect. Like, because I think maybe some of his early tracks he did kind of do some like kind of fast kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then obviously he went into that kind of the Slim Shady, like slow, just like lyrics, like just nasty lyrics, all that kind of style.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fast thing, I think it's just, like he's gone through so many transformations. Like you can't expect anyone to stay the same.
100%.
Like, people are just going to change. Like, and Eminem has like changed for the worst in a lot of ways, but then he's kind of brought it back, and he's kind of like, I wasn't a fan of a lot of the new Eminem shit, but then he'll come out with some shit that I'm just like, you can't deny the skill and the technicality. I think he's actually stronger than he's been like in ages. But I definitely did go off him for a long while, being like a huge fan of like the early Eminem shit. Like I listened to all his radio freestyles, like every single one that he did like before he got famous and all that kind of like that during that era, like the late 90s, early 2000s. That was like a time where he was just like, I'm a fan of like, that's my favorite type of Eminem. Like he was just like his skill, his like lyrics and stuff was just like, I probably searched for anything that was around that time, because he'll never sound like that again. Write that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He was in a certain zone in a certain time. So like that's the kind of shit I live for. But then he went off and did like, I don't know, man, a lot of his albums and tracks just went off for me. Just like doing a lot of weird voices and stuff. Just his beat choices, very weird.
Yeah. That's the one thing I found a bit strange.
Yeah. And then he just felt a bit detached from like, I don't know what was cool about him in the first place. He didn't really feel like that guy. It was kind of detached. But I've still like, you got like, people are going to change, and I've taken it for what it is. And but then recently he's been kind of like making a little comeback, I think.
Yeah, he is. Have you heard his latest one?
I thought his latest album was the best one he's done in a while.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Mad. I think he actually took some time out and actually thought back carefully.
Yeah, and he's just getting way back into like the technicality, like, rapping aspect of it. It's pretty cool.
I think he's finally understanding like what went wrong.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, there's something a bit cheesy and corny about him. Always, I don't know why. It just has been for a while, and I don't know if he could shake it off. I mean, but you just take it for what it is. It's just like I'm still a fan of him, and I still like will listen to his stuff and appreciate it. But there's something that you can't shake off that I think he's just seen it. But it's okay because he's got his own fan base and he's got his own hardcore fans.
Yeah.
But even I get it where I'm like, there's something that's not quite right. It's a bit cheesy or I can't explain
Do you know
it.
what it is?
I can't put my finger on it.
It's the instrumentals that I really don't like.
Yeah, but then occasionally he'll pick some good ones. Like even in this latest album, he's actually got some like decent beats, and it's nice to hear him like rapping with like current. I can't remember exactly who produced, but like current producers today that are like making bangers. Like it's good to hear him working with those type of producers. Because I always wished he picked like better beats for a lot of his stuff, because he just went a bit like left. Went a bit left of it. Even some tracks, like, I think it's just down to his taste. I guess he's got different taste, but it doesn't. Yeah, it didn't really hit with me. But yeah, you still gotta respect him. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. What do you think about like the new Eminem and that? Like, like Eminem in general?
I love it, man.
Yeah,
I love it. But the only thing I agree with is the instrumentals.
Yeah,
it's a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Not sure whether he's trying to match like his early albums or.
Yeah.
But they're good. I mean.
Yeah.
Lyrics are still there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, because he did like, there's obviously Slim Shady LP and Marshall Mathers LP. They're like classics to me. And then everything afterwards is like goes a little bit off. Like Eminem Show had a few good tracks, but then it had some tracks that I didn't really like. But it has got a lot of good tracks. Then the one after that was it Encore. Yeah. Yeah, I think that went off. But now when I look back at it, I kind of appreciate them a bit more. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What was that Drake track with Eminem? Do you remember with Lil Wayne?
Yeah, and Kanye as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Forever. Was it called Forever?
Is it Forever?
I think it might be Forever.
It went off.
Yeah. I remember hearing that Kanye West recorded his verse and then Eminem did his verse, and then Kanye had to re-record his verse. He had to rewrite his verse.
It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Also amazing to have, imagine like what that lineup is: Drake, Eminem, and Kanye, and like who else was on that? And Lil Wayne. That is like a heavy, like a Mount Rushmore kind of lineup.
That is mad.
Yeah.
I listened to
what collaborations haven't happened that you would like to see happen?
Oh,
I feel like there could always be so many.
Do you know what it is?
Drake and Tory.
Drake is gonna touch on all artists though. It's a strategy. It's a strategy that he has.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see reunions from some artists.
Yeah.
Or like bands like D12, The Re-Up.
Yeah.
But in terms of collaboration,
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure about US, but UK wise, I want to see like Back Row G together with Ambush and Skepta and all the like hard hitting. Like I want heavy like.
Yeah.
I want to see wigs coming off.
Oh, do you see that thing? Do you see that clip of the tune that Giggs done with Meek Mill?
Yeah, I saw that.
That looks like a banger. I need to hear the full version, but
what?
I just had a little clip of it. I was like,
even KMT with Drake and Giggs. What?
Yeah, no, they've done like several tracks together as well. It's such a funny little collaboration. I love seeing all the success for Giggs, man.
Yeah. He deserves
it.
He's come a long way.
He's doing tracks with all the Americans now, but I love to see it, man. I love to see it. But I feel that some of the Americans don't get Giggs, man. They don't understand the levels.
You don't get it? Yeah.
No? Oh, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. I think when he first came out, there was a thing where I was a bit like talking the hardest and that, and then I was like, I didn't really get it fully. I was like, I don't know if it's like my thing, but like as time's gone on, I've just become more and more of a fan of him. Like,
yeah.
So everything he does is so hard to me now.
Even that, you see, he's got a tune with Gets. The fake Daily Ducky. I don't know what it's called. But I had that, like,
yeah.
What was he saying about that? Giggs' verse only.
Yeah.
On that track.
I loved it. Yeah. He can't do no wrong to me. It's got to the stage where Giggs can't do, like, even if he says something like really that's like quite bad or something, I find it funny and like charming. It's like he says some funny bars, man. Like his vocabulary is just hilarious to me. Like some of the words he comes out with, and he just his
he makes writing look so easy.
Yeah, and he just swags it out, and like his just delivery is just cold. Like and like, but he just comes out with the funniest words, and it just like it adds to it to me for me. Like he even come out with like bad bars here and there, but it's just like it's gigs that like it's just fucking sick. It's like I find it's part of his character kind of thing. Like he's got his own style.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of gigs, man.
Did you get any like offers for collaboration with big artists when you were like around Don't Flop?
Not really. Like I think the music and battles were quite like separated. Like there's a big thing about battle rappers can't make music. That's like a stereotype. But I mean, you know, it is for a reason. A lot of the battlers don't make music, or you know, there are some that can do both, but a lot of people do one or the other. And so like artists aren't really trying to collab with battle rappers that much, so it's not really like a thing where there might have been, but I can't think of, but I can't recall anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I never got big into the music scene, to be honest. I just did tracks here and there. I never like it was something that I never pursued fully. Yeah, I just do my own little thing. And
are you gonna drop an EP or any album anytime soon?
I don't think so, man. I don't know. Like, I'm not really planning on that. I'm just planning on like content, just making like tracks, like just like for YouTube and for TikTok and shit like that. Making videos.
Short
so
clips,
I'm thinking about them like individually as tracks. I'm not really thinking. I don't think it would work. All these tracks that we're putting together on an album. Maybe one day I will. I need like some producers. I need some like people to like really help me like construct it, because I'm not really like inspired to do that right now. But obviously it would be great. I did like, it's become like, I think, it was 10 years ago that I dropped my last EP, Lazy EP. So it's well overdue doing like another EP or album or like some kind of collection of tracks. But right now my focus on just making a lot more of these random like YouTube videos, like concept tracks. Because I've got so many ideas and I just want to like, and then see how that goes, do that for a while, and then if the opportunities present themselves and I like start writing tracks, or if producers start wanting to work with me, I would love to. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure it will come eventually, but I'm not really rushing for it. It's not like it's not on my priority list. Yeah,
sick, man.
And yeah,
I appreciate you for coming on, man. Honestly, thank you so much, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think throughout the video is gonna be like just me sniffing. It's gonna be a lot of that. Man, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
No, my pleasure, so much, man. Anytime.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah, big ups, man.
It's good. The food's on its way.
All right.